release of JCVD, in the Arizona area at least, I decided to do a review of one of Van Damme's best films. The movie that taught us that the soul of a machine might be all that we have to help us make it through the very, very bleak post-apocalyptic future. No, not that one.
Cyborg.
Yes, that one. So by the end of Masters of the Universe 1, Canon Films was going under. So well, the logical choice is make 2 more big giant movies. So they tried making Spider-Man and they tried making Masters of the Universe 2 without the Mighty Dolph. So they spent like 10 grand on sets. I don't know how much it was. I wasn't there. I was like 5. They hired Albert Pyun, I don't know how to say it. And he came in and he was going to shoot them back to back. He was going to shoot the first part of Spidey, then shoot He-Man, and then shoot the last part. So he could be Peter all skinny and then be Spidey all buff and bear-like, because that's what Spidey's like. Then decided not to go through with the movies. By decide, I mean they wrote 2 checks to each company, Mattel and Marvel, and they fucking bounced. So they got stuck with $10,000 worth of sets. They went up to him and asked him to write something. So in a week, he banged out Cyborg. Bless you, Albert. Bless you. Wanting Walker Texas Norris to be in his film, he got stuck with Chuck Norris Light, which is Jean-Claude Van Damme. Which didn't turn out too bad. His only real complaint was that he had to rewrite the entire script because Van Damme spoke English like he had a mouthful of waffle. What? Who? Oh, that makes sense. I had no idea what he was saying until I bought this DVD and it had subtitles. I'm grateful for any Van Damme movie with subtitles. We open here in Matte Painting World to an intro to a Chimera song. Apparently the plague hits and it decimates human life and bridges. This guy, who apparently has a rubber head, is protecting this girl, who kind of looks like Linda Carter, only kind of a half-pint version. Who, as we soon find out, is a cyborg, so she's probably more like Lindsay Wagner. We know she's a cyborg because of this. Her eye boner. Apparently they spent so much money on this special effect that they weren't able to use it later for Fender. Fender is eye bonerless. This looks familiar. Somehow I'm overwhelmed with a sense of comfort. Like this might actually be a good movie. Oh, that's why. Never mind. Actually, Terminator 2 came out after this. I pity the fool that steals from Albert Pyun. You hear that, James Cameron? After running into a dark, closed-off alley, which is where I go when I'm running from ninja pirates, she's saved by a man from a country that invented French fries, apparently by kicking potatoes. He tells her that he meant to save someone else. That's like waking up in bed next to someone and be like, where's your sister? So they turn around and they run into Robo Prince. Look, see? Rubber head. At this point, Van Damme is pretty much outnumbered, so he gets shot. But luckily, in the future, one of 2 things can happen when you're shot randomly by a bullet. One is, according to this music, you turn into a werewolf, or you get knocked out. Apparently in the future, when you get shot, you get knocked out. He wakes up after a light nap and runs into Naughty. Well, his knife runs into Naughty. But luckily in the future, when you get hit in the chest with a knife, you just get knocked out. The whole reason they're trying to save this woman is because this horrible plague that's all over the place and killing bridges, she has the cure for that plague. Act 1 is a go, ladies and gentlemen. She needs to get to Atlanta, and Rubberhead Boy sucks at life. They start their travels. For her, it's to try and save humanity from the harsh reality of Earth that is destroying us for our disregard of the responsibility of maintaining our mother planet. But he just wants to punch Super Shredder Prince in the face. Because he killed his wife, and was in Double Dragon. And Baywatch. And Point Break. This is his ex-one-night stand wife-client thing, which is not Angelina Jolie. She was in the second Cyborg, but so was Jack Palance and Casey Jones. So halfway through their road trip, I can tell this because it's halfway through the movie, they get attacked by Slipknot. If Van Damme has taught me one thing, it's that the word action has the word act in it. But it doesn't matter. I don't even think he's mad because these people are attacking him. I think he's mad because she's stupid.
I guess I should have stayed put, huh?
Maybe I should have stayed put. Look at him. He looks at her like every word she says smells like a fart.
So what did Fender do to you?
So after proving to the audience that he can kick some ass, he's put in a situation where he has to kick more ass. Oh, look who screws everything up again. Isn't that weird? Oh. Still running. Still running. It's like the end of the movie is in between them and they're trying to see who can get there first. It wasn't just the homoerotic sexual tension that made those sparks, ladies and gentlemen. They had electric plugs in the swords so that when they hit each other, and they had rubber gloves on so that Van Damme didn't die or anything. So, not that he could. Like you could kill Van Damme.
I am mighty!
So after working his way past, not necessarily through, Fender's cronies, he meets up with Fender, as you can tell by this zoom. He looks at Fender as if killing one of his men is a striptease. God, that's a creepy shot. And then Fender gets pissed off because they think he's homophobic and shoots Van Damme. Van Damme uses his last weapon, like this. Good job. And then, he runs away. Luckily, he has enough time to run into the Cyborg. At which point he asks her, hey, need some help getting to Atlanta? And she says, hey, you're a fucking pussy. I'm going with Fender. She claims that there's an army in Atlanta that will stop Fender. Van Damme knows better, or doesn't. Maybe he's just retarded, but either way, he keeps attacking. He takes Naughty with him because she's really light. Obviously, you can tell by the size of her ass. And he attempts to escape. He's chased by a delightful crew, including Ralph Muller.
You'll keep an eye on her.
Everybody knows Ralph Muller. They've seen him in everything, from Gladiator to Conan the television series, Universal Soldier. He's all over the place. He actually is credited many different ways as Ralph Mueller, Rolf Muller, and just Rolf. So Van Damme does his famous splits in this scene, where he does the splits over his head and the guy doesn't notice that 3 feet above him there's a guy's crotch. As long as you live, buddy, don't let anyone ever tell you that the Jerry Curl's dead.
You can be all the things you've always wanted to be. Beautiful, sexy, easy as 1, 2, 3.
Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow, baby. Feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow.
So glow.
Perhaps I should cut off my prince's luck.
No.
After this scream, scream, chasey chase, scream, scream, chase, chase, they finally catch up to him in a muddy pond. He's attacked by the man that killed Toto and Poto and put them on his shoulders. Fur kills. Just saying. So shoulder pads ends up knocking Van Damme's hearing out. This guy has a really good plan of attack. It's basically to hit Van Damme in the face with dirt. Unfortunately for Van Damme, he doesn't pick up the dirt first.
Cupid, draw back your bow.